this is Hayden, and she has beautiful, beautiful eye colour. And actually tagging on to what Sean... Sean.
His name is Sean.
Okay,
Sean or Shauna, I go by
Shauna.
both, depending on how I'm feeling.
Oh my God, sorry, I'm slap happy. So Hayden, when I first saw her, I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. She really is. All the models are gorgeous, but I'm very influenced about who's in my chair. In fact, a little tidbit I do want to mention to you. In the salon, I have a little square plaque, and it says, when I work, and it says, Sonya Dove does not allow any Pinterest pictures. Oh. And I just don't. I just don't. For me, I'm not really fussed about seeing Kim Kardashian or whoever they're going to show me on the phone. The most important person to me is my guest in the chair. That's the most important. Seriously, we have to, and it can be time wasting, you know, with Wi-Fi and etc. So I do my consultation, and when I talk about color consultations, I usually do analogies of things consumers know about. Like when I chatted to Hayden, what I did, I started quoting some reds. She said she likes reds. She usually has some variations of reds. So asking her, how do you feel more about a cooler wine red, like a Cabernet or Pinot Noir? Or do you like more like a red, like a pillar box red? So words that they know and they can find, you know, they can understand. So we chatted, and she likes more of the lighter reds rather than the deeper, rich reds. So what I did was I went in and we did a new growth. I used Colliston Perfect. I used 77/44, which is basically a level 7, very vibrant red. I used 10 volume because her hair was fine. We applied that at the root, and then her mid-lengths and ends were left out. So a simple root retouch. As all those ends were left out, I went in with 3 colors. I went in with red pieces. So I just took single pieces of her hair. It's already got the root on. Applied from that point out a strong, vibrant red. I used our demi-permanent color called Color Touch. And then I twisted it and let it hang down. Next piece of hair, and the tools I used was this tool, the same as how Sean was saying, because sometimes you have to be really time efficient in the salon. And I work in the salon, and I don't have an assistant. So for me, I've got to do everything. So I need to be smart, work smarter, not harder. So every time I put something down and pick something up, it wastes seconds. So I pick up the next piece, and then I did a light strawberry cognac-y blonde from here out. And then the third color I use, and I try to use in all my reds to add vibrancy, is pink. I don't tell the guest I'm using pink. I say it's another form of red. Because when you add pink or anything on the cooler tones, it will always make sure that your red does never go brassy. So it always keeps it nice and vibrant and rich and red. And I brought out her eye color, and I just I did a little bit of a dressing. I was going to have her hair so I could comb through it, but I ended up having way too much time on my hands, and I started playing around with her hair. But you can see the colors in through there. Lovely. Sorry, that was a bit long.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Well, I'm not going to lie. These hair color lights are no joke right now. Or it's like meat sweats, you know, one of the two. Who wants it? No, I'm kidding. That would be disgusting.
Don't you forget they're here for Sonya.
But yeah, get out of here. No, so over here, just to take a break from the balayage, you can see on Pega, what we'd created was this really deep dimension that almost has like an oil slick effect to it, going through the fringe area and throughout the mid-lengths and ends. We worked with Redken City Beats. We worked with 4 different shades. So we had a deeper purple, a mid-tone purple, a teal, and a blue. And the way that we applied those was very similar to what Sonya was just showing you. And they really weren't blended. But you can see what happens with each section as they lay on top of one another. They really start to blend and marble together. through the fringe, to get a bit of a vertical impact, we went through with vertical foil placement throughout there and started with a zone 1 color, maybe was the purple, and faded into the teal. The next section, it would be the opposite way. So what that does is it gives you these really cool reflective highs and lows just throughout the fringe. Her base color all over, we worked with Redken Color Gel's lacquers. This was the 03N, so a nice level, deep, rich, level 3 natural, keeping her beautiful. And I told her I wouldn't tell everyone, but she's actually quite gray. Oh. Oops, push me. No, don't. But that's it. What do you think? Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There.
Love me, it says, love me.
All right, so this beautiful model, although I dressed her and you can't see all of her ends, this is what I love to call like the money hair color, right? This is the one that people come in all the time and they say, I want a beautiful seamless balayage. They have a million different pictures. And what I like about that, let's take out these pins that are popping out. And what I like about this is it's super easy. So I do bricklay of all triangular shaped sections. I go back, I heavily saturate underneath all the way from the mid-lengths to the ends. I go back through the crown section, a horseshoe shaped section. I tease it really tight at the base. I then go back heavy through the mid-lengths and ends. So we have no lines of demarcation. You see the softness and the gradation in the tone. Then I go back in, I do a base shade. So after that color is done, the base shade is done with color matrix color sync, a level 6. This was a 6 neutral, just at the base, and then I emulsify it a little bit in through the mid-lengths here and there, so you can see some depth in between. Rinse that down, and I glaze it with sheer pastel violet all the way down. So really beautiful, shiny hair color. The technique that we did for the style is all about micro-embossing her hair using a mini crimping iron. So this is a cool technique if you ever have somebody that comes in the salon and they have really fine hair or they have medium textured hair but they want an elaborate updo. You could use a little mini crimper before you curl her hair. So it'll expand the cuticle so you have actually more hair to work with, and it'll be much easier for you to go and shape the shape that you're looking for. And then all I did was a chain link all the way through, and I used elastic on the bottom, and then I created the shape all the way in the back and pinned it in. Pretty simple, but really beautiful, easy color to do.